All right. Thank you for joining me. I'm Brian Banks from Your Career Day. Can you give us your name?
My name is Lorne Brown.
Okay. And where is your hometown?
My hometown is currently Ypsilanti Township.
Okay. And what is your career title?
I am the Deputy Chief Public Defender of Washtenaw County.
Okay. So what does that entail?
Well, my job entails supervising and participating in court cases. What
Okay.
we do at the defender's office is that we defend those people who are accused of crimes. It could be misdemeanors, crimes which can less than a year imprisonment, or felonies, which
Mm-hmm.
can penalty of a year or many more in prison. Anytime a person is accused of a crime, they have a right to have counsel appointed, and
Right.
our
Okay. All right. So what type of education is required?
well, in order to be an public defender, you have to be an attorney.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and in order to be an attorney, first of all, you have to graduate high school or have a high school equivalency degree.
Mm-hmm.
Have an undergrad or a degree, 4 years, at either in college or university.
Mm-hmm.
And for that, you must go to law school, which lasts 3 years.
Okay. All right. And now, what is the best type of person suited for what you do?
I think anyone can make a good attorney. You have to have a willingness, though, to fight for your clients, to fight for people who are accused.
Okay.
You have willingness to go up against the government, basically, because that's what we do. We fight the government because it's the government that accuses people, that put their freedom and their livelihoods on the line by accusing them of a crime. It's our job to make sure that the government does not take any shortcuts, that they do not just simply because they've accused a person of a crime, that they convict that person. And we do that using the law.
Okay. All
So
right.
any person who has a willingness to do that and a desire to do that and to learn the law can be an attorney, and a good one.
Okay. Sounds great. Um, what was your road to your current position?
Well, I'm from Ann Arbor originally. That is, my real hometown.
All
Uh,
right.
went to Ann Arbor Pioneer, graduated Pioneer. Then I went to the University of Michigan. I went there undergrad.
Mm-hmm.
Took a couple years off to go into the Army. So I've had military experience. I came back, completed my degree, and then I went to law school and completed that. Got a Juris Doctor, a JD.
Mm-hmm.
Once I finished law school, I worked in Detroit for a year
Okay.
doing doing general attorney work. And then I came back because while I was in law school, I had an internship with the public defender's office that showed me the what it was like, what it's like
Mm-hmm.
to trial, what it was like to fight for people, and I love that. I
Yes.
enjoyed it. I wanted to get back to that. So the first opportunity I had to get back to that, I applied to the Washtenaw County Public Defender's Office. I was hired by Lloyd E. Powell, and I've been there ever since.
Okay. Now, how did you know this was the right career for you?
Because growing up, I loved to argue. They always say, "You should be a lawyer." They said, "That boy, preacher, going to be a preacher or a lawyer." And
Okay. So that's how you knew you were argumentative as a young man.
I was born for this.
Okay. Now, what advice would you give to someone that might want to follow in your footsteps?
Well, first of all, you want to make sure that you take care of your schoolwork. You want to persevere. You can do all the other things that comes with high school and school in general. You can party and have fun. I joined a fraternity, Phi Beta Sigma. I had all the fun in the world, but you
Mhm.
always want to taking care of your studies. You want to make sure that your grades are good because in order to be a lawyer, you have to have great reading comprehension. You have to be able to read and understand things that you read. So you want to focus on that. Um, so a person who loves to read has an advantage over other people who want to be attorneys because there is a lot of reading. You have
Hmm.
to know the law, you have to read the cases, you have to understand the facts, you have to be able to apply the facts of your any particular case to the law. And if you can do that successfully and use a bit of imagination, it's always great to be able
Hmm.
to have a grasp of popular culture, the way people think, even a little bit of psychology, because you're going to have to be convincing people who are your jurors or judges that your way of seeing things is the right thing to do. Actually, your client's way, because you're speaking for your client.
Right.
That's the kind of person who would make the best attorney.
Okay. Are there other things that might help? Are there trying to think of like something for young people that might want to go into law? Are there things like that? I know there are things like that on the medical side, but are there things like that in the on the legal side of things?
Like classes they should take or things.
Classes or even organizations or anything that could help them learn more about
About the
what it is
law.
to be a lawyer or in law, period.
Well, we do have internships at our office, high school internships. People can come in and actually intern in our office and learn what it's like to do legal work, to see lawyers in action. Also, if you study Latin in high school, that gives you a kind of a leg up because there's a lot of Latin terms, and a lot of learning the law early on is being able to figure out those Latin terms. So that doesn't hurt.
Okay.
But recommend for young people internships.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. Lauren, I thank you for your time. I really appreciate you doing this and I wish you best of luck moving forward.
All right, you're very welcome, Brian. Anytime you need me, I'll be happy to help out, and I hope this has helped.
Thank you.
All righty, have a good day.
You too.